You know what I'm
It's
saying?
a capsule.
They're mad cause you told the truth. That's why they mad. They're mad cause you wanna be you. They're mad cause you told the truth. That's why they mad. They're mad cause you.
Welcome to the Hood Motivated Podcast. We hustle, motivate, and inspire, man. And we got a huge guest today, Mr. Joseph the Wolf. And I heard a lot about you, man. Can you tell the world who you are and where you come from? Look into that camera right there.
Yeah, for sure. I hope you heard good things, first of all.
Yeah, we definitely have. Yeah.
Look, I'm the tax deed wolf, y'all.
Yeah.
Real estate investor, full-time real estate investor, specializing in tax deeds, getting property for less than $5,000. And now just do it all, man. Wholesale, fix and flip, buy and hold, anything real estate that you can think of. We are just killing the game.
I saw you, man. I think I saw you in Manhattan on a billboard.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man. You got it going on, man. But let's start. Let's get from where you first began. Where you from?
Originally from New Orleans.
Okay, you're from New Orleans,
Louisiana.
born and raised. I got some family out there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man. Some McIntyres are out there. You know, my dad brothers journeyed from Macomb, Mississippi to New Orleans. They still there. So, you know what I'm saying? How was it growing up in New Orleans?
Oh, man. New Orleans was the murder capital of the world when I was growing up, man. Yeah, and I didn't leave till after Katrina. Kind of was a good thing.
Okay.
Got out of there. Life was just way different after that.
Wow. Okay, yeah, man. I heard, like I said, a lot about New Orleans, just like California, you know, murder capital. A lot of things going on, fast paced. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep your head on the swivel. How did you navigate out that area like that?
Man, so I'm just a typical kid. My dad was in jail.
Okay.
I actually don't know my mom. Grandmother raised me, so she was like, you know how grandmothers are.
Yeah.
Like, go to church, be good.
Yeah.
You know, don't suck your teeth. Like, so she really disciplined me very well.
Okay.
And was able to just I played basketball.
Okay.
And so I was like, look, I gotta do something. So playing sports. Eventually Hurricane Katrina came, ended up in Atlanta. Couldn't get a full basketball scholarship or cross country. So I was like, you know what, man, I'm gonna join the Army.
Yeah.
They're gonna pay for school. So
Yeah.
I ended up joining the Army, man, and the rest was history.
Oh, wow. What position you played in basketball?
Shooting guard.
You know, King plays. I think, what he played, the one or the two? Yeah, see, so y'all got something in common. You know what I'm saying? So when we out there, because you know, Malcolm them be doing like little basketball. Did you show up one time?
I've been out there before.
So y'all played it before? Okay. Yeah, I'm watching. So I'm a spectator, but I like to come see basketball, you know what I'm saying? Because I never had a left hand, but I would take you know what I'm saying? But you know that, he only go right, you know what I'm saying? But you can't stop the right, but that's good though. But so how did you venture off in the Army?
So, man, joined the Army. They sent me to medic school.
Okay, you was a medic.
And I kind of had my whole life planned in high school, funny enough. I said, I'm going to go to the Army. They're going to make me a medic, and then I'm going to become a nurse.
Okay.
And everything just happened that way. I was medic. Then they sent me to nursing school, became a LPN.
Okay.
Then deployed in Afghanistan, got back, finished nursing school for my RN, bridged over to RN, became a travel nurse and everything. And then somewhere along that time, after I had purchased like a couple of properties, then I was like, man, you know what? I'm kind of tired of clocking in and clocking out. Like no matter how high you get to,
right, you're
still on an hourly salary and you're working for somebody else. And so I was like, man, look, I seen my boy Malcolm did it. I was like, I'm getting out of here.
Right.
And I had enough, side income coming in.
Right.
I took a chance, man.
Wow.
Took a chance and I was out.
A lot of people don't understand like taking that chance, jumping off the porch and understanding that, this is your big break. So what made you just say, you know what? This is it. What gave you that feeling, like the spider senses?
Proximity is power, man. I will say the circle I was hanging out with, they all left their full-time jobs.
Okay.
So when I looked at myself and who I was hanging with, I was the scrub.
Yeah.
Like, no pun intended, I was wearing scrubs, but I was the scrub. You was the scrub,
yeah.
And I was like, look, man, I got to do something. And what people don't understand, life is scary. You got to take risks. And the only reason I'm even successful today, I just took more risks than everybody else.
Right.
When I left nursing, I didn't have $1 million in my bank account. I was not even a millionaire at the time.
Right.
I had enough saved up for like 6 months of living. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to take a chance. If I can get my time back and 40 hours a week to myself, I'm educated enough, I'm smart enough that I'm going to kill it.
Wow.
And that's what happened. It's like this.
Yeah.
But eventually you start going up to the top, and I was like, man, I'm so glad I got out of the matrix.
Wow, I love that because I've been watching your journey. We have a lot of mutual friends, and I was like, I got to talk to him just on, a basic thing, not just a podcast, but I want to sit down and talk to you. But now, what I'm saying, God aligned us to have this time, and we here, and we want to make sure. But you're so inspiring just because you did go to the military, and you did, what I'm saying, have a lot of pitfalls. Can you tell us about a lot of the pitfalls that you had before becoming a millionaire and your real estate business?
Oh man, there's so much adversity in life, man. And in the military, I think is where it started all.
Yeah.
Where it all started. And it's just so amazing because that's what they do. They literally train you to go through adversity.
Right.
We called it embrace the suck in the Army. Just embrace the suck. Like, why am I'm stuck in the snow right now? Can't feel my hands. But I just got to deal with it. I just got to move on. So in life, in the hospital, patients are gonna code. You might not bring them all back. All right, cool. That's adversity. You might not get the promotion like you wanted. You might not get the raise that you wanted. Okay, cool. That's part of life. How are you gonna handle it? Fast forward, same thing in real estate. More money, more problems. It's just obstacles coming. You feel like left and right. It could be your own friends. It could be your own spouse. Could be your obstacle. But life is just about dealing with that adversity, and that's the true test of your character. Is how you deal with it.
I love that because, first of all, you said some things about real estate that, again, Keem just got his license, and maybe you guys can talk on that. What I'm saying? Make some money together. I always like putting people together. I have no interest in not because I don't. It's just, I think, first of all, a lot of people are following a lot of people, right? And I'm not a follower. If you're good at what you do, I'm going to cheer you on because I'm not good at that. And I don't even want to go learn to be good at that. God gave us a gift, right? You identified your gift. Your gift is understanding the strategic way about real estate and money and flipping and real estate and everything that it takes, right? So I put two and two together. But another thing you said that lets me know that you understand business is the pivot that you made. Like, okay, I could do this, but let me go ahead and do this, and then embracing the suck. And people don't know failing is the key to success. And it sounds horrible, right? It's like, I don't want to fail, but if you fail, like I don't know if you heard my story. I went bankrupt during COVID. And I had a big security business. It was booming. And I thought I was doing everything right, but I wasn't paying myself. I was, saying I'm military, I'm retired. I got my money. Let me push my company forward. And then I get paid and become a fat cat, which I should have took it the other way. But when I failed, I had nothing. And all the people I put in position, family, friends, 200 employees, 13 W-2, all these things that I had going on. I had a brick and mortar, putting people in, getting their VA benefits, giving them a job, giving them a second chance, third, fourth chance at life. When I failed and I went bankrupt, all them people disappeared, right? And I was like, this sucks. It hurt my mental. My PTSD kicked in, my TBI. I started to stress. I had suicide ideations because it was my baby. I built it. And God was like, okay, I told you what to do. You went a long way, and that's good. Hooray. You know what I'm saying? But you went the wrong way. This is what I've been trying to tell you to do. It's not that hard to listen, right? So some of us are hard at listening because we think we want to follow the norm, the crowd, social media. You know what I'm saying? Like, you doing real estate. You know what I'm saying? You're doing really well. Maybe the next person ain't going to do really well. Maybe that's not your calling or your passion. Maybe your calling and passion is to help the wolf, assist him, right? So when I talk about identifying your gifts and activating your gift, you did it already. You activated, but you went through a channel of resources. And now and you correct me if I'm wrong, is it easier now that you're doing something that you want to do, that God told you to do? Is it easier now, or is it harder?
It's definitely easier.
Okay.
It's definitely easier, but nothing in life is easy. Let me throw that out there, right? Like, real estate, people see me and they think like, oh, real estate is a get rich quick.
Right.
But what they don't understand is it took me 7 years to be an overnight success.
Right.
Oh,
wow. So say that again.
It took me 7 years to be an overnight success.
Wow.
Right. They be like, oh, it must be nice. Yeah. Bro, it ain't easy. Just like any business, right? I don't even just teach real estate. I teach life.
Right.
It's not always going to be easy. There's
Period.
going to be obstacles in whatever you do. You can be a boxer. You can be a figure skater.
Right.
It doesn't matter what you do. It's going to be obstacles.
Right.
You just got to get through them.
In that mental aspect, I got a couple of boxers that I protect, energy protect, and I life coach. And people don't understand. It's the fight is not in that ring. It's planning, it's preparation, getting to that ring. You know what I'm saying? Making sure that you understand in your mental capacity. And that's what I tell a lot of business owners, because I am a business consultant. I got my master's of business. I'm working on my doctorate. Hey, man, before you start anything, get this right. Because if you fail, you need a kickstand to land on. And if your mental is gone, just like us getting out the military, mine was shot. So when I failed, I took it personal. You know what I'm saying? I would have ended up in jail because I was ready to go get my get back. But God was like, sit your butt down somewhere. Listen, you know, we didn't come this far to go back to the county jail. So figure something out. Stay in your house. Stay indoors. Darkness protects you. And then figure out another game plan. And the guy that spoke to me was like, now talk to yourself every day and tell yourself it's going to be okay. Then I started to motivational speak. And that's what I hear from you, that you went through all these parameters of understanding what you are and who you are, and now you got it. And then when I saw your billboard, I mean, I was already inspired before that. I saw it in Manhattan. I'm like, he got the key to success. Because everybody else is doing real estate, but you ain't got no billboard in Manhattan like the Wolf do, right? You know what I'm saying? You went all the way to New York. You know what I'm saying? I'm from California. I know how big that is because they got my TED Talk coming up in Manhattan, and I'm happy. But I'm like, he got it. You right there, and the whole world get to see it, and that's the Mecca. So how do you feel about that?
Man, it is it's like weight off your shoulders, right? You understand, anybody out here that is running a business understands that it's so tough, and you have this roller coaster, right? So there's gonna be really good weeks, and then there's gonna be really bad weeks. Like, okay, we made $50,000 this week, but then we lost 20 the following week, right? So that's just how it is. And as you keep getting over those obstacles, man, it can be very draining. So we got to take care of ourselves. You said take care of the mental. My guy asked me what the 3 is on my hand.
Yeah,
everything comes in threes for me. So it's mental, physical, spiritual, and you have to take care of all that. So you know, you have to be in tune with yourself. And it's so deep now to where we're brainwashed, right? I'm gonna just put it out there. We are in a system that was created, and part of that, people don't understand, it's as deep as the foods that we eat, right? It's as deep as the foods that we eat, that are they're literally scientists in labs trying to figure out how to make this so addicting to where you keep eating it. And so we're behind. We're starting out behind, especially us that grow up in the hood, because our parents are even teaching us this stuff, right? So we have to like uncondition ourselves, and it's just so much. But you focus on those 3 things: that mental, that physical, and that spiritual. Get your butt in the gym. Come on, right? You can't handle this much money if your body's not right, your mind's not right, your spirit's not right. So it's all in one, man.
Man, I speak about that all the time, and sometimes I get beat up about it because people is like, Jared, it's not all about the gym. And I'm like, it's not about the gym. It's mind, body, and soul, first of all. But I said, I'll be damned if I'm sitting in the audience and I got a motivational speaker or life coach on stage telling me I should do something and you're not doing it yourself, right? You're a real estate agent. How you going to be a real estate agent if you ain't sold no houses? You know what I'm saying? Make it make sense for me, right? Because I'm going to Google it. Let me check your MLS. Let me make sure that you are who you are, right? Yeah, you got all these fancy titles, but have you sold anything to anybody, right? And that's how I am. Like, if I am doing this type of product and this type of mission and inspiring, I better be touching someone. And I don't care about the likes. It's about impact for me. And you have a huge impact. And I tell people, I said, get your body, get your spiritual, get your mental, get everything right before you come and give any product to any human being, because they're gonna check your Carfax. And that's the type of person I am. I'm gonna make sure I check. Like when I met my boy Keem, like he's the #1 recruiter right now in Tampa, but he's humble. But when I talk to him and then I talk to other, no, that's the guy right there. His name's on the wall 3-4 times. Like that's who you want to get recruited by, right? These are the people. But you have your traditional haters. And sometimes, it affects us to a point that, like, we think that the haters are winning and they're not. We need somebody rooting against us. Like right now, I'm so mad, right? The Lakers lost, I'm mad. But I'm thinking about the next year, right? Because I'm thinking that if we keep the people we have and gain another piece, we okay. We needed this. LeBron, you needed to be humble. Luka, all this stuff, but I'm mad because I thought that this was it. I'm ready for the Lakers. I'm a LA, I'm from there. So I was ready. You know what I'm saying? Then I saw my man Anthony walking through LA, talking crap to the fans. I'm like, bro, you lucky I'm not there, man. I told you, pack it up. Yeah, pack you up, boy. Get up out of here. We don't want to talk to you. You know what I'm saying? But that's how passionate I am about everything I do. So I can't give a product if I don't find myself, mentally or spiritually whole, right? I get up, I say my prayers, I ground myself, I work out, I eat right. I'm about to be 44 in July. I got to keep winning this race because at the end of the day, this is what God wants us to do. You know what I'm saying? So that's my message. And I know I elaborated a little bit too long, but that's why I want to tell you, because I don't put nobody in this seat I'm not inspired by, because it's not just a conversation for me. You know what I'm saying? Too much of something is always bad, right? And people don't understand that. If you indulge in too much of anything, too much water will kill you. They don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? And we live in that society where it's very microwavable. We put it in the microwave. We think that's not good for you. You got to make sure you cook your food, go get your greens, go to Whole Foods, do everything you need to do so you can stay alive long enough to pass this information down to your kids, grandkids, all this situation. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm glad you said that because I'm from the 6th Ward, New Orleans, right? Yeah. And people always are like, I used to have this belief too, like, oh, do something about it. You're born in the hood, but you can make it out. You can get out. But what people don't understand, like on the outside looking in, is there's a balance, right? We have the yin yang, our body's homeostasis, right? We shift. We're depressed, then we're happy. We're never just all the way happy, right. or it's a continuum, right? And that's life. So even growing up like in a hood, they're like, oh, be good, don't do bad, right? Don't fight, don't kill people. Why do you have a gun? But I got jumped so many times where you have to have a little bit of evil in you to protect yourself. You got to. Right? And that's something that a lot of people don't understand. And so there's a balance. You might be depressed one day, but you need to understand why you're depressed and what you're going to do to get out of that state, right? How you're going to help that state. Don't smoke it away. Don't drink it away. Like sometimes we just got to man up. We got to woman up and we got to deal with it. And I just want to throw that out there because these are some things that that helped me. I had spent plenty of times I had to stop drinking. Yeah. Like, oh man, I'm going through something. Let me not drown in this bottle. Right. Let me man up and deal with it. Same thing in business, with relationships, with anything.
Definitely, man. And I agree on that because life is life. And sometimes, as men, and I tell everybody all the time, in black men, we don't talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's machismo and we don't want everybody to know that we're suffering. But sometimes it's good to have a good group of men like me and my boy. Like I told you, I keep, caveating to King. We just crossed over in our fraternity. And I believe that it was very pivotal for us at this age to understand that there's a whole group of network of men just like us that's waiting to receive us so we can serve our community the way we need to. And I believe that there are certain transitions that we have to, as men, go through that. And I always refer to Batman. I feel like that's the role I play sometimes as Bruce Wayne and Batman because I love weapons, I love tactics, I love saving the day. But at the end of the day, I love to be philanthropy. I love to talk. I love to do all these things. But it's like, do you rather die being the good person or stay alive being the enemy, right? And that's what Batman really was. He had to, he got to become the villain. He has to be because there's nobody else. You know what I'm saying? They need someone to point the finger at, and I think that I'm ready to take on that role to point that finger at, but in a positive manner, like, hey, let's get it done. You know what I'm saying?
We need that. A lot of black people, don't kill me, y'all. A lot of black people feel like it's on the government to come save us.
Nah, it's on us.
It's on us.
It's on us.
It's on us
collectively.
To save us.
Yeah,
we got to come together and we got to do things like that.
And the biggest crabs in the barrel is ourselves. We fight against each other, right? It's nobody else that's going to take that chance right away and come at us. It's somebody like me that'll come and say some negative things about what you got going on. And you look just like me. Why'd you say that? You could have asked me or could have talked to me, but you trying to make conversation, which you really hate. Don't say that. Talk to me. Understand who I am, the way I operate. Maybe I may come off this way, but it's because of a defense mechanism. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So tell me about your experience downrange.
Oh, man. So I deployed... I was turning 21 on the way to Afghanistan.
What year was that?
Man, this was 2013.
Okay.
Right, 2013, went over to Afghanistan. And what's so crazy, I talk about being brainwashed. Bro, the Army brainwashed the hell out of me because I couldn't wait to deploy. Like, we just itching to go shoot something. So brainwashed. But like looking back on it now, I was like, damn, they were good. And no offense, King, I know he's still recruiting.
He full-time recruiter right now.
Cut that part out.
No, keep it in there. No, he good. Yeah.
But I couldn't wait to go overseas, man. I was itching. Got over there, and then it was just every single day. Oh, there's gonna be suicide bombers. There's gonna be this and this and this, and you're just on edge so much.
Right.
But thankfully. Came back safe, right? Getting bombed all the time. So much so to it's the point like we're getting bombed and
nothing.
We just like laughing
Yeah.
and get like, we're about to die.
Yeah.
Like, man, tell my wife I love her.
It
If
is
you
what it
survive
is.
this
Yeah.
and I don't,
Yeah.
like, I mean, just crazy.
Right.
So get back home, of course, PTSD now, disabled vet. But you know, I'm still thankful for it, man. It really gave me the ability to deal with adversity. Would I go back? Hell no. That's why I got out. They were trying to send me back overseas, and I was like, no, I got another, another kid on the way. But I'm thankful for the brotherhood.
Right.
I'm thankful for everything that I did learn in there. But the biggest thing, you're going to hear me say this 1,000 times, is just adversity. It's that master resiliency.
Right.
You know, humans were designed, like, we're not designed this way. We're taught this way to think negative, right? If your spouse doesn't answer the phone, you automatically assume they're cheating on me.
Or they doing something
They
that-
died.
yeah.
Like, we always jump to the worst case scenario, not, they might just be in the shower.
Yeah.
Right? So it's on us. We have, so many negative thoughts a day. We gotta change this thing around. And like all this stuff was military training.
Right.
Right. And I'm thankful.
Right.
But hopefully my kids don't have to go.
Right. Right. My son 18, he won actually Keem is recruiting him. So I mean, people ask me, JR, like, and one thing, before I say that is I think that you guys in 2012, 13, he was in Afghanistan.
Mm-hmm.
I think partially that was our fault because my first back-to-back deployments, like we set the trend and the culture for the guys that came in after us, 03, 05, 06, 07, 08. I did 15 month, I did 12, I did a 13 month. We made it look fun. It wasn't fun at all. And we lost a lot of good guys and we kicked butt and we got our butt kicked. But the pinnacle of around that time, and I know, and I apologize, we was like, if you're not deployed, you didn't really do anything, right? So everybody from that time period on afterwards couldn't wait to go down range, which mean like that period of time, you know what I'm saying? I think that 13, I was in Korea. So I had already did 4 deployments and then they had me in Korea. And, we had put into the newer soldiers that if you ain't got a combat patch, if you ain't went down range and got your stripes, left the wire, then what are you, especially if you're a combat MOS. I'm not talking about the people that's doing admin and all the other. I'm talking about medics and infantry and the scouts and all these guys that are coming in to rough some stuff up. And if you ain't, but I get it. You know what I'm saying? So that's where you guys were anxious. So I apologize for
it's
that.
still the same. Look,
That
I
was
don't care
us.
what MOS you were. You
Yeah.
could be a 4-star.
Yeah.
If
Get
you
out
didn't
there.
have that patch
Yeah.
on, we did not respect you.
Exactly, right? I don't know where that culture came from, but I remember my first deployment going back to Iraq, and we had to wait in Kuwait again, and I think this is the first time I heard the word pogues. And I was like, it was like 2005. And I'm like, what is that? And it was like, oh, and I'm like, man, that's messed up. Why y'all clowning these people? They don't have no choice. Everybody's here, right? So I'm always team. I'm not like, oh, we the best, even though we know what we do, but I'm always team, right? But some people just had it, like they was treating other people bad. Like even promotion-wise, you wasn't getting promoted around that time if you didn't have a combat patch. And then the ones that were E7s, E8s, Sergeant Majors that had no combat patch, they didn't respect them. And I was like, man, that is crazy because we would go in the room, and if this guy is known Sergeant Major, but he never deployed, ain't nobody listening I'm talking about from first sergeant all the way down to privates who got the right, you know what I'm saying, got the combat patch. And it's crazy because our just knowing that, I don't know why that was like you said, was put in our head, brainwashed, right? That's brainwashed. Like we looking at everybody else differently if you ain't got no combat patch, right? Is that, Keem, is that the same way still now? No, it's different, right? Right. So he I don't know, right? So he actively is, you know what I'm saying, E7. So I know around my time, that's how we looked at everybody, but it's not like that no more. Yeah, see, that's crazy. See? Yeah. Right, okay. That's cool.
And it's different. You can't like smoke nobody. It depends on where you at.
No,
but,
he
like,
said
they can't even do some of the same stuff. Like,
bro, it's different.
Like what
it's
I had
so
to
different.
go through.
Yeah, it's so different, man. But I think it comes with the times, right? So I think that now that it's no wars, but it's rumors. But I think that they training harder. But I think they doing like doing more like strategic stuff now, like computers, AI, all that stuff. Yeah, so I mean, I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? Just make sure you save the United States. If something happens, I'm ready. If it happens, I got a special room where I go to the back cave and get ready. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, I want them to do it because I'm old right now. So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So tell me about some newest ventures that you got coming up.
Oh man. So now, let me backtrack a little bit. So
Okay.
a lot of people want to be business owners, and they see, like you said, they see me in real estate, and they see some of us in real estate, and they're like, oh man, I want to get in real estate.
Yeah.
But you have to understand, real estate is not a get rich quick. It's a wealth building strategy, right? You put money into it as you accrue money. So what I've found over these years is that I actually like businesses better, right? Like when I say businesses, I mean a brick and mortar. It can be online sales, whatever that is, because you have so much more scalability, right? You can literally write an ebook and then suddenly have a video blow up on YouTube, and you make $1 million off of one $19 ebook.
Right.
So this is what I like, selling products, right? This water right here, you can literally sell this water on Amazon and make millions of dollars. So I like businesses. I'm getting into more buying businesses at this point. Real estate is something you do once you make that money, right? You talked about sticking to what you know. A lot of times people have this shiny object syndrome. Oh, I'm going to do life insurance. I'm going to be a realtor too. And I'm going to do this. Unless you're doing something and then you're just picking up a side thing, you can't just be all over the place, right? You're trying to fill too many cups and you will never have one actually fill up all the way to the top.
Right.
So I stuck with my thing, which I thought was really real estate, but it actually ended up just being life, right? It just ended up being relationships. And I'm like, man, business is building relationships.
That's all
life is relationships, communication, like everything was just all in one. And I was like, holy crap, I'm not even really like a real estate investor. I'm like literally just a business owner. I'm just coaching life.
Right.
And that's what I found for myself. So that's what I'm getting into now. I'm gonna keep buying houses, but it's somewhere where we park our money.
Okay.
It's not to get rich quick. So this business is scaled and done $2 million. All right, how much extra do we have left over? Talk to my CPA. How many houses do we need to buy this year so that I don't have to pay these taxes, so we can just be funding some war I don't care about, right? So that's really what that looks like. We have to buy houses in a sense. We have to do certain things to not pay a certain amount of taxes. So that's really what it comes down to. We're doing it strategic. We buy houses strategically. It's purposefully. We're not just buying houses.
It's
a capsule.
They're mad cause you told the truth. That's why they mad. They're mad cause you wanna be you.
Your level of intellect and understanding, and that's where I'm at with business. And I know that you're an investor too, and you look at businesses. So just say, hypothetically speaking, I came to you with a business proposal, right? Which I have. Business proposal. I'm a speaker, motivational speaker. I got books coming out, life coach, got all these things coming on. But in order to get to the front of the line of speaker bureaus, you have to pay a certain amount of money to get to that front of the line. I understand that. I take speaking very seriously, and I take it as a correlation to like the music industry. I'm independent. Me, Keem, my whole team, we independent. We already at the front of the line, but now it's getting in them rooms to sell your product, which is the Hood Motivator. Say a company comes to you and pitches you an idea, proposal. They have everything, slide deck, everything situated. Now the ball is on you. Tell me your plan A from 1 to whatever, how you help, scale, say yes, say no, and advise.
Ooh, man, let's do it.
Because I'm a business. So
I love
now
this stuff.
Yeah.
I love this stuff. I want to keep it a little bit simple, but give a lot of gems. One of the main things that I care about is my cash on cash return. This is a metric that we use in business and real estate and everything. So if you came to me with a proposal, there's a few things that I'm looking at. I got to do market research to understand if this product is good. If you're like, hey, I want to open up a food truck and put it over here, and then I do some research and there's 1,000 food trucks right there.
Right.
Why is your food truck different, right? So we have to look at the market and the competition.
Right.
That's one thing. Now, if you came to me and everybody has refrigerators and you came up with this amazing idea and you're like, hey, refrigerators only last 2 years on this product, but we have a piece that everybody needs on a new, I'm like, oh crap, what nobody knows about, this is crazy. We can scale this. So if I like the idea, I'm like, okay, now I need to see the numbers. Well, how much does it cost to get the product versus how much can we sell the product for? Then we have to break this down to, revenue. All right. How much money is this going to bring us a month, right? How much is this going to bring us a year? What is going to be our operational expenses? So basically, to figure out the formula, we call it cash on cash return. It's basically the acquisition cost divided by the actual NOI. What's our net operating income? Yes. So we just do that formula, and let's say our cash on cash return comes out to 30%. That means we're going to make 30% on the money that we invested. We're making 30% on the cash that we invested into this business. So if I invest $100,000, 30% is $30,000 a year. Yeah. Will my bank give me $30,000 a year? Will my bank give me even 5%? So that's how we determine what's a good investment. We break down the numbers. And it's like, okay, if the return's better than I can get anywhere else, and especially if I have money sitting in savings accounts, I'm not making no money. Right. And if you think about inflation, if you have money sitting around, you're losing money. Right. And then if you think about money sucks. Money's not even worth anything. Right. It's not backed by gold anymore. So too much money is actually a liability, and that's how investors think. So if you came to me with this good idea, and I'm not even getting into banks need to give you money too, because if they're not investing money, they're losing. They make money off of interest. So we gotta invest the money. If you know how to position that pitch, we gotta invest that money.
Okay. And I love that because I'm saying that for young kids out there and entrepreneurs understanding that, like you said something earlier about us as, a people, and we don't give back to each other, right? I said we're crabs in a barrel. We always pull each other down. If we are in a position like we are, I was in a position that I helped a lot of people with my company. And, that's why my book, A Good Heart Don't Pay Bills, is coming out because, I got effed over. But then a lot of good things did happen out of that situation. A lot of good relationships, a lot of bad ones too. But I learned a whole lot. Now coming into this era of me speaking and want to help other speakers and situations like that, I'm looking at you as an investor and saying, okay, I could give you mental gems. I can give you verbal gems. But how else can I help you? Inspire you? Is this just to get you to the level or to just complete the whole game, right? Some people just want to get to level 2 and then stop, right? When we got in the military, you ask some privates, like, I'm just happy being an E3. You've been an E3 for 10 years. Specialist, that's fine. That's what you want to, and sometimes people used to mock, no, that if they want to stay right there, let them. But me, I need the whole plate. I need the whole game. I need to understand because maybe part 2 is coming out, right? And I want to be able to teach the system, right? So when I was growing up, I loved the game Contra. I think I'm telling my age. It was 2 men.
Contra.
Think about it. See, I'm 40. It was a game on Atari. It was called Contra. And, they would shoot big guns like Rambo and stuff like that and get to different levels. There was no... I was moving forward and backwards, but you couldn't move to side to side, right? So I used to love to play that game, and I couldn't beat level 7. It was a lot of men used to pop out all at once. And there was this at the time. There was no spawning. You die. That's it. You know what I'm saying? You need to have 100 men and all these things. You had 30 lives, and that was it. So I had to figure out late night how to beat it. And some people was just happy just getting to that level. Me, I wanted to beat the whole game at Contra and understand how it works. And then once I beat it, then it was like, okay, what's next, right? So that was my personality. So saying that in business, a lot of people have goals and dreams just to get to a certain point to where you at. But you have bigger dreams. They don't see that. All they see is, I just want the Corvette. That's all you want? That's easy. What else do you want? Oh, I just want to be on the billboard channels in Manhattan. Oh, that's all you want? What else do you want? And that's why I come in and I challenge entrepreneurs, veterans, disabled veteran owners, kids, high school kids. Challenge them. What do you want in life, and how can we get that? Is this the be all do all, right? Are you ready to pivot when you come to an obstacle in the road? Because some people understand when they get to a certain point in business and that's it. They don't exceed no more. They don't excel. They don't do anything. They just stop right there. Maybe it was another A, B, or C road that you can take. You know what I'm saying? So what advice can you give our viewers about that part in business?
Man, so...
I know I said a lot.
No, it's good. Let me... And I want to correct something I said. I might have said it backwards. It's NOI divided by acquisition cost is your cash on cash return if I said that backwards. But on top of that, like that formula... There's so much more to business, and so people, me as a business owner and other business owners need you because on top of all the formulas and everything, we still have so many other areas of growing a business, right? We have marketing, how much money are we going to put into advertisements? What are we going to do? And, I even myself, I have this whole 7-figure, 8-figure blueprint that can work for almost any business. Like, okay, cool, I can scale. I'm at the point where I'm like, look, I can scale any company to 7 figures, right? It just depends on what the company is and if it is scalable. People who do hair, not so scalable, you're still trading time for money, right? And a lot of people don't understand that. We need to maybe open up some suites in order to actually scale this up. So there's a lot of things that we want to look into. But throughout this journey, I'm putting $10,000 into ads, and then I don't make the money that I thought I was going to make. Holy crap, what am I going to do, right? And this goes right back to that adversity thing that I told you I'm going to mention 1,000 times. So it's like, even me as the mentor, I'm pouring into my students all the time.
Right.
I'm pouring into my students all the time. Who's going to pour into me?
Right. Where the motivators go get motivated.
How am I going to fill I need to keep my cup filled still, right? And a lot of people don't understand. Just talk to God. I mean, okay, yeah, but God is in everybody, and God may come to you through other people. So you have to have that circle, man. You have to have that circle that's going to keep pouring into you, giving you advice, talking you out of suicide. You know what I mean? You never know. So it's super important to have that in your corner.
My question to you, who pours into the wolf? I know you got your wife and I got your family, but who on the outside of your mentors? I know you got some strategic mentors. I do too. I got some big wigs. But who pours into you on a level to where it gives you chills? Like, okay, I appreciate that. I need that.
My team, man. My team. So like, my wife is there for the family. It's like, okay, I don't have to worry about this and this because my wife is there. Jessica, the Giacomo, she's the COO of my company.
Okay.
She started out as my assistant and eventually, worked her way up to COO. If I left this earth today, she can run that company. Yeah. Right. And so there's so many times, and we understand business because we just gone through it so much. I'll talk to her and she'll just say the exact same thing, like exact what I needed to hear. My man King Mal, right? I called him at the beginning of this year. I'm like, yo, we're making 10 million. Yeah. We're making 10 million. The beginning of this year was not looking like you're making 2 million. Yeah. So, I called Malcolm. I was like, bro, this year was not supposed to start off like this. And he's like, man, look, it's harvest season. When it's harvest season, like, yeah, you're going to go get your crops, but this is one of the hardest times for farmers. You got locusts trying to come for your crop. You have the actual hard work of going out there and get that crop. You even have the seasons or whatever, just natural things that you can't control taking over your crops. And I was like, dang, like,
shout out to Malcolm.
I needed to hear that,
definitely.
right? And like, I'm at a low point. I can't quit.
Right.
There's so many times where you're like, man, could I just go back to nursing? Like, first of all, I let the license expire because it has to work or it has to work, right? Yeah, have plan Bs, have contingencies, but I'm like, look, I'm not going back to that 9 to 5. If I got back into nursing, it would be for my own company, right? So I can't quit. Now I got employees. I got 20, 30 something employees.
Take care of these people.
How can you quit?
Right.
They got to eat. You got your family. Yeah. It's like, so that is what pours into me, like that motivation. And like, I have 1,000 students right now, like, they all going through their journey. How am I going to quit? If I'm not quitting on me, I'm quitting on them. I'm quitting on the little kids that was outside. Rev your engine. If I quit, I'm quitting on them.
Right, exactly.
So that's what really keeps me going.
Wow, I love that too because, we have a lot of people depending on us. And I like to ask the people that are at the top of the level, motivation, speaking, encouraging, inspire, who pours into you? And I'm happy you said that. You have that network. And I'm also here to help you. You know what I'm saying? I'm a life coach and I travel the world doing this for real people and understanding. And if you lean on me, I'll lean on you. I'll let you know, you know what I'm saying? Hey, because I'm not here to put powder on your ass. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to pamper you at all. I'm going to tell you because I know exactly where that pitfall is. And I know that if we don't talk to each other as men and understand that level of, you know what I'm saying, concern, that it gets harder when you get to them levels of succeeding. Success is still like, oh man, I'm by myself. There's nobody up here. Where's all my friends? Where's all my people? You know what I'm saying? I want to break bread. I want to show. I want to do all these things. And this is what life gives us. So first of all, I want to tell you I'm proud of you because I watch. I'm inspired. I see everything you got going on with the community. I like how you transition from just real estate to just overall, everything, I like the fact that you're an investor, you know what I'm saying? Because investor is more than money. It's mental, it's energy. So you invest everything. And that's how I am. I'll go around and I make sure, you know what I'm saying, that I have enough in my cup to pour into somebody else's cup. But I make sure that my cup is full. When I left my house, I fill my cup up with water because I know that I get thirsty. But on another note, that I might have to give somebody else some water because it's hot out here. And it's literally, life is hard, you know? And we don't see it sometimes because we live in such a lavish situation, right? We might wake up and it's like, this is a good week. But like you just said, I wanted to make $10 million this year. Oh, man, it's not starting off, but look at the seasons that we have. You know what I'm saying? Look at the time. Yeah, us as entrepreneurs, time is moving fast, but everybody else is still slow. So just pace yourself. It's a marathon. Just like Nipsey said, run your race. You get tired, stop. You got your team bringing you Gatorade, water. You make sure that you're accessible. Make sure that you are open to new ideas and other things, because you're going to get to a point to where, you know everything, but you don't know it all, right? So I think that was the gift and the curse when X-Men had Magneto and Professor X. Professor X was still searching. Magneto thought he knew it all, right? Mm-hmm. And we don't see that. Like at cartoons, we just saw villains and good guys and bad guys. But if you look, they both was in search for something. But when the one stopped, he became the villain because he thought he knew everything else, right? So take time to get the wolf right. Love on your family. Love on your situation. God has a plan for you and it's working out, and you are at the top of the race and you are inspiring without you even knowing. And God says, be careful who you entertain. You might be entertaining angels unawarely. So you're doing the right stuff. You're being positive. You're putting it out there. You're not making it look easy, but you're doing your stuff, your big one. And I'm proud of you. You know what I'm saying? So I want you to look into the camera and tell your speakers, my viewers, people that are watching, that's your camera right there. Look and tell them some motivational stuff that you want them to be encouraged with.
Oh, yeah, 100%. So, look, life is hard. Oh, my camera. Yes, they're all pointing.
Yeah. This one right here. No, it's all good. My bad. The far left. Yeah.
So, look, life is hard. It's not always easy. Just hang in there. All right. The worst thing you can do is stop in the middle of the storm. If you need to go slower, that's fine, but you got to get out of that storm. If you stop, you're just going to be stuck in it. On this journey of life, you may have to make some sacrifices, and that might mean cutting some people off. I'm going to tell you right now, one of the biggest things that most people need to do, what's really blocking them from success, is somebody or something that's hindering them. It could be a person. It could be a habit. You got to make a sacrifice. You got to cut something off. And we don't know what it is. You know what it is, right? God knows what it is. Right. You need to cut it off, and you need to find your peace. Now, if we have time,
we got time.
I want to I just want to drop some gems.
Drop some gems.
All right, perfect.
I'm look at. I just gave you the mic. It's Tigger in the basement. Go ahead, do what you got to do.
I just want to talk about how we escape the matrix.
Let's do it.
All right. We get caught in this 9-to-5 thing. We clock in, we clock out, we clock in, we clock out. Now the goal is, God didn't put us on this earth to work until we're 70, 75, and then finally retire. Hope we have enough money, right? Now, we say America is this great place, and let me tell you why America is actually this great place. It's not because the cost of living,
right?
But not at all.
Not at all.
It's because of the opportunity that's out there. So one thing that we do, we have this thing called credit scores. I encourage everybody, get your credit right. All right, get your credit right. I hate credit, but it's a game, and we just got to play it, all right? The game of Monopoly doesn't start until the banks hand out the money. We've all played Monopoly, but we play it wrong in real life, all right? Crazy. So we need to get our credit right. We start a business. We get us a company, and then we walk into the banks, and we get money from the banks. That's how we play Monopoly. A lot of people see me buying houses, and they're like, oh, he's got a rich dad. No, my dad was in jail, right? Oh, mommy, I don't even know my mom, right? So what happened was I just put myself around mentors. You go into a bank, the banks need to give you the money. They have to. That's how they make money. So the banks are for you. They're your friend. I go into one bank and I say, hey, I want to buy this house. This bank gives me 90% of what I need to buy that house. If the house is $100,000, this bank is giving me 90% of it, right? Most people know it for 80%, right? So think 80%, 90%, somewhere around there. Now, I go to another bank for the other 10%. We are buying houses for free. And a lot of people don't understand that. Now, I use houses as an example, but you have this awesome business idea. Go to the bank, get $50,000 from the bank, start your business. Make sure you have the right people in your corner to scale that business so you know what the hell you're doing and not just blowing money.
Right.
But this is the game, and I made it sound so easy. It's not easy, but it's simple.
Right.
All right. It is simple. And if you just follow those steps, now then once you get that money, then we go get the tax deeds, right? Getting houses for less than $5,000, flipping those houses, doing fix and flips. But y'all, you don't really need that much money.
Right.
You need to just focus on getting a mentor, maybe being a part of an awesome community, and get the money. Get the money from the bank. That's how you play Monopoly.
I love it. And you just drop jewels just like that. And that's easy because
right
a lot of people don't
face.
understand that. And that's what you're literally doing. So I'm saying, I got two things for you. So I have two business ventures, right? My nephew is a famous rapper. He's locked up. His mother runs his situation. I'm going to introduce you to his mom because she wants to start getting into the real estate thing. So, you know what I'm saying? I want you to help her. I'm going to give you her number. Maybe we have lunch and I bring her with me. You know what I'm saying? You can help us do the thing, get some properties, 5, 10, 15, 20, whatever. So we want to make sure his name lives on, right? Second thing is I'm really about to send you my business proposal.
Okay.
And so I want you to take a look at it. You know what I'm saying? It's everything that includes with the Hood Motivator and everything that me, myself, Keem has going on as far as me speaking, getting on these levels, TED Talks, got my books, my merch, everything that I got going on. I'm going to send it to you. Take some time, read over it, look over it, you know what I'm saying? And then let's have a Zoom and let's talk about it. But other than that, man, I'm honored to have you sitting next to me. I'm honored to you just to grace my stage, my platform, and it just shows some realness, right? So we live in a fake world, right? Everybody wants to be somebody that they're not. You are who you are. You are him. And thank you for that, because that inspires other little boys and little girls to see that I can be just like this and I can do positive things in this world. You didn't have no mom. You didn't grow up with your dad. Your grandmother raised you, but look where you turned out, right? We, as African Americans, we use excuses of why we can't succeed. You know, my mother died of AIDS, right? And if I let that drag me down, I wouldn't be right here in front of this mic. My dad was a single black father raising both kids. Didn't have the blueprint. Tried it. People was against him. I ain't never seen no black man raise his kids in the 80s. Like, that's what it was. Let me take them babies, Joel. We could do better. No, my dad stopped his whole life, raised his kids the way he needed to. We turned out the way we need to turn out. You know, we hit our bumps in the roads, but we here now. So congratulations to your grandmother for planting that seed into you and pushing you to where you at, not only just to join the military and not only to be a nurse, to do everything that you got going on. And is your grandmother still living?
Oh, yeah, she's still
do
alive.
Do you make sure that you
take care of
there
her,
you
man.
go. I love
take
it.
Care. It's contagious, right? I retired from nursing in 29. My partner, COO, she retired. She retired her mom. Now my mom's finally, she's at the age, you know, look, I got the bills, you know. I'll take care of the bills, right? I see a lot of, like you said, I see a lot of black people specifically, we think we got to stop what we're doing to take care of everybody. And that's another reason for my success. I said, cut people off. You can't be out here just letting everybody suck you dry, just draining you of everything. You got to cut some people off, focus on you, get to the top. They say you got to be in the sky before you tell people you can fly. Yeah. Like, leave me alone, cut everybody off, lock in, do what you need to do. All right, especially my men. You got to be a man. Like, this 50-50 stuff they talking about, no.
Right, grind.
We can start 50-50, but there needs to be a purpose here to take care of the family.
Right, exactly.
Right? Let's just be for real.
Right.
So, we just got to lock in.
Right.
We got to lock in.
And I said a speech about that, locking in, man. I'm happy you said that. So, like I said, man, I'm guarantee you that we're going to continue to lock in. And God has a reason why we met and took time for us to get together. And I think that this is a huge, point builder for people that locks into my YouTube and my podcast to see this space that you're in, and I appreciate it. And do you want to say anything else before we get off the air? I like your gems. Yeah,
I appreciate you first off, and I appreciate y'all for having me. Just go ahead and give me a follow on social media, Tax D Wolf, Instagram, Tax D Wolf CEO, and hey, let's get to the money, man.
Are you on LinkedIn too?
Joseph Griffin.
Okay, so I'll find you on LinkedIn. I'm on LinkedIn. I navigate really well on LinkedIn. I think I already have you on Instagram already. You on YouTube?
Yep, Tax D Wolf or Wolves of Real Estate.
Okay,
got a few channels. So
okay, yeah, I'm gonna tap you in with some real estate agents that I know, especially Keem. I got some more people I want to lock you in with. You know what I'm saying? I'm all about networking, and I think that's the reason why we're here. Push each other in every position, and if you come up on anything that you need speakers, you let me know. I'm here. This is what we do. You know what I'm saying? 100. And thank you for showing up. Thank you for showing out, and continue to push your brand, push your elevation, take care of your family. You know what I'm saying? Because people are watching. You know what I'm saying? And I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. Everything that you got going on, just keep going. Do not stop. Make sure that if you feel light and people that you call can't give you what you need, call me. Pick up the phone. Hey, Joe, I got your number now. Hey, you know what I'm saying? I'll tell you exactly what you need to do. And if I can't find answers, what they tell you in the Army, I'll go help you find it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The good leaders will. It's not gonna. I ain't gonna leave you on red. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go. Hey, I don't have the answer, but let me go research it. Just like in the board, they ask you a question, Sergeant Major, I do not know that, but I'll get back to you.
Oh yeah.
And they give you points for that, right? Mm-hmm. Right? If you honest, don't. You know what I'm saying? Or if you say it with confidence, it's such and such. All right, whatever he said. You know what I'm saying?
That's why we excel when we get out of the military.
Exactly, man. I think that's good, man. But we here, man. Thank you again, and that's it, man. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you.
I appreciate you, man.
It's a capsule.
They're mad cause he told the truth. That's why they mad. They're mad cause he wanna be you. They're mad cause you told the truth. That's why they mad. They're mad cause you.
Okay, check it out. I hear the stuff they say about me, but they can't say I ever ran.
Become the best at your job, the best recruiter. It makes them so mad when they go home. I bet it does. And I can say it with a smile on my face because I was that soldier. You never gave me an opportunity to excel. I'm going to excel so hard that my name ring bells that you would have said, you're going to have to say, that was my soldier one day. That was. What happened then? Why are you here and he there? Because you tried to stunt my growth. So I would tell you guys, just continue to grow. You're going to upset a lot of the seniors, but the way I hear y'all division and y'all company, y'all brass love you guys. I talk to y'all brass, Turcotte, your commander, all of them, Turcotte and all of them, they love you guys. Y'all are leading the way. So long as you do numbers and stay within the regs, they're going to keep putting y'all in a position to win. And just keep winning.